Support your Hobbit hobby.
Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another GBHL YouTube video. You're here with GBHL James and
Damien,
Tom,
Kieran. Who is which Ninja Turtle? That's what I want to know.
I want to be Raphael.
Oh no!
Too late, man.
Mike's
I lose.
No, I'm going to end up with the one with the bloody stick. Mind you, I'm all over stuff.
Donatello, he's the you know the. You can't say things on this, can you?
I've decided.
He's the.
I am
rubbish
Shredder.
you're an Easterling.
No, Shredder. No, I'm not Shredder. That's
Shredder
an
the
Easterling.
Easterling.
You know
I'm
what you?
Splinter.
Do you know what you?
That's what I am. I'm
The rat.
Splinter.
I think you're Krang.
Splinter was. I can't even remember what Krang is.
Krang, little brain.
As you can
So you have
tell,
to be
it's
Raphael.
4 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, we've had loads of beer. But we've had so many hours of playing this
Don't
scenario
drink,
that it's
kids.
not even.
You tell
touched
kids not
us.
to use
It's not-
knives.
it's not-
One pint each.
It's not.
Don't
touched us.
drink
No.
unless you're
It's
over 18, and
absolutely
if you
not
do choose
touched
to
us.
drink when you
If we
legally
get
able
drunk
to
that
do
much
so,
on a
do
night
so
out,
responsibly.
we'd be absolutely slaughtered. But you know, the best way of not getting drunk is to play strategy battle games.
Don't
That
go
is-
out. Stay inside and play with toy soldiers. That's how you know you're cool.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that's what
Yeah,
we've
you-
done on
you
our
need to get
Saturday
in more.
night/Sunday morning. So what we're going to do here, because before we go to bed, because we might as well, because
Yeah.
it's really, really late, is we're actually going to talk about the tournament tomorrow, what we're bringing, and how we think it's going to go, and also about what other people might be bringing as well. So the tournament tomorrow is the East Greenstead tournament. It's the best event ever, which is being run by Sam Page and Joe Horsfall, and also Leonardus. Is he involved in the?
Yeah, he's part of the club. He's part
What's
of.
his real name?
I don't know if he wants you to say.
Ah, okay. It's Leonardus.
Leonardus is a
East
a
Greenstead
pseudonym,
wargamer. Okay.
But I don't know. He might be right with it, but I'd rather not be the one to say it.
Okay, Dr. Grant.
I'm out myself. I'm all
How are you, Flotsam and Jetson? Gondorian captain. Thermo here. Okay, so it's their tournament tomorrow, and it's the best event ever. It is a 4-game tournament.
Yep.
Okay, and the interesting thing is there is a custom scenario,
Yeah, first
Yes.
thing.
and there is one of the new Desolation of Smaug
Yeah,
scenarios as
seize the
well.
prize.
Yeah.
Seize the prize as well. So what are we all taking to this 500-point tournament tomorrow?
I will be using an Angmar list consisting of the Shadow Lord, who's actually allied in from the Mordor Codex,
That's not fun, is it?
3 Cave Trolls, a Death Marsh Spectre, and Burda.
You have an opinion on this?
Oh God! Yeah. That'd be tough.
You don't want no loads of battle.
I've got a lot of shooting.
At least I
Put it
didn't
that
put
way.
the Dwemer up in there.
Yeah, I mean, the Dwimmerlake would be the.
The Dwimmerlake
filthy
would make it
combination.
filthy, wouldn't it? The Dwimmerlake would make that filthy.
I mean, it's not unfilthy.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not clean. Is
It's an interesting decision,
Well,
isn't
why
it?
is
Take the
it not
Shadow
clean?
Lord.
I mean, I will honestly say
It's
that
an
the reason I've
interesting
taken the Shadow
Shadow
Lord is because he's the only named ring wraith that I had, and I didn't fancy painting up another frigging cave.
That's
troll.
all right. It's not. You know, it's not horrendous. It's not a filthy cheese build. But it's, you know, you see that sort of stuff on the table, and you're like, oh God, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Like 3 cave trolls and murder. Yeah, we flipped.
We have indeed. Hello. So we've had to change our recording device. It's really important as well when we're using this that we don't get tempted to look at ourselves and we actually look up at that green light if you're thinking you can do that.
I want to look at Tom because he's so handsome.
Yeah, I know. There's always that temptation. I spend my whole Q&A staring at Jamie in the camera.
Mm.
Seriously, because it's almost like I'm having a conversation with him now. So we've talked a little bit about Kieran's Angmar army, and
I wouldn't want to fight it.
No.
I'd be
No.
worried about that.
Yeah.
Because I've got a lot of crossbows. Spoiler. And that's quite a big deal. So I wouldn't be able to
And,
shoot at anything.
I have to admit, to include the Shadow Lord, it's a kind of mix of. I wanted a ring wraith. The Shadow Lord is the only named one that I own at the moment that's not in a blister, and because a lot of armies that were at the last tournament had horrendous amounts of archery or crossbows or similar, that was the main reason to include.
It's very unnew as a normal Isengard player. It's
Mm.
surprising this stuff.
I'm not trying to do lots of different projects this year, trying out different things.
Your ring wraith would. What are you doing?
try not to block you out.
Your ring wraith would negate my fury as well. It's at will. No, horrible. Horrible stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice little list.
So you're taking Damien. If you've got crossbows, you're taking Corsair Arbalest.
Of course. No, my
And
ferals. My ferals are coming out of
Reavers.
retirement. My ferals have not been seen in anything since.
I'm taking full credit for this because me coming down here with the Rohan, I think, has inspired you to bring the Ferals out because I've never seen them. Or never got the
That's
chance
why I'm
to play
doing
them.
it. I'm
No,
doing
it's
it-
'cause
I'm
he-
doing it for James.
It's because he wants to win Orcrist. That's literally
Yeah, it's
the
a
only
shiny.
reason.
It's a shiny little prize.
Is it?
And I also am the current East Grinstead Champion of the South last
This is his
year.
only ever tournament win. Let's
Well,
Yeah,
so
my
he's the
one
current
sort of-
Easterling instead chimp.
Chimp, on both. So I feel like I need to go and try and compete a bit.
Where's the trophy gone? You used to have it out.
The trophy's in the cupboard. The trophy's not allowed to be out.
It's not allowed to be out.
Nah, it's not like the awkward.
It's like going into Tom Harrison's house and like when you go to his gaming board, you're intimidated by the trophies and certificates that surround.
Yeah, the throwing of skulls isn't there.
Throwing of skulls isn't allowed to be
Lily,
displayed.
I don't know what Lily's done with it.
She
hates
it.
Is it a horrible? Is it a
burns
proper
it.
horrible trophy? Is it?
It's not the sort of thing you want on your mantelpiece. But yeah, the ferals are out. They're back. 500 points, which I don't think is great for them.
You take what heroes do you take? So you take
500 points. I've got Sharky and Worm, which is cool. You don't see them a lot, and they're quite good. They're quite fun. They're lovely models.
Yeah.
My leader is a defence 7 Uruk captain, so just gone for
I had
him
one of those at Mansfield. Did really well.
just for the high defence. I've also got Vrasku, and I've
captains are
got
great. I think an
Yeah,
Aurora
they're very
captain's a great hero.
I've got Vrasku, and he's awesome. And I've got an armoured shaman for the Fury, obviously. And then I've got, I think it's 8 crossbowmen, 2 berserkers, and 12 ferals, I guess. 14. To get 8 crossbowmen, however many that must be.
Some ferals.
But the important thing, the reason I don't know this, I'm not bluffing here. I'm using the same list I took to Preston. Since I played that Preston tournament in October, I haven't used my Isengard army. The models are still in the case as it is. I've typed it up while I'm doing it tonight. I haven't practiced with this army. I've never played Warga Nation, the custom scenario, and I haven't played Seize the Prize. So, me going along to compete, I feel deeply unprepared. And as we've said, it's nearly 4:30 in the
Setting
morning.
yourself up to win this damn thing now. You say things like that.
But every time he goes to a tournament, he goes to compete.
That's the point.
Out of
Out of everyone in this room who's actually done a test game of Warga Nation.
I haven't.
Yeah. We'll
We
go
should
through.
do it now.
We'll go through.
We've got a couple of hours.
We've
Yeah.
got a couple of hours till 7.
We'll go through the scenarios after we've talked about our office. So
Will we?
you're bringing your
Will we?
ferals.
Will we?
What are you bringing?
I am bringing one warband of Easterlings to keep that theme going. So that's a
You did really well then last time.
Eastling captain, defence 7 with a shield. I think 3 swordsmen and about 6 black dragon pikes, and then the cataphract mounted on with a war drum. And his purpose is purely for seize the prize to run towards the middle with that warband. So hopefully I won't be playing
How
YouTube.
far can you go?
He
Extra
adds
5.
them an extra 3 for everybody in that warband, but then if you march as well, that's 6 inches extra.
So you can travel
12 inch for a normal
Yeah.
guy. And it's only foot models that can pick up the prize. So it's quite a useful thing.
Which is a shame for me because all my models are on swans. Which is going to be really problematic. Great
then-
conversions.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you got with your Easterlings?
So my leader will be Shagrat the is it war leader they call him? So
Beast.
yeah, leader's in the title.
He's a beast.
He is a monster, yeah. Did a practice game last night.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, seems like a long time ago. And he against Callum Edens, who's also come to the tournament, and he killed Imrahil in about 2 rounds of combat. Just
He's a beast.
absolutely smashed him.
He's-
And that's Imrahil.
He's not in a Pelennor, but without having to charge.
He's
And
not
without
on
the
a
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He hasn't got the same movement.
yeah. Yeah, he's good. And then he's
How many points is
110,
he? He's 20 points cheaper than
something like that. Yeah. And then
Pretty strong as well.
some-
Permanently strength 5.
Permanently strength 5.
yeah,
And
some-
he gets the knockdown.
and he's leading some Orc Spearmen, and in front of them there's like half Black Numenorians and half Mordor Uruks, and then the Black Numenorians aren't unthemed because the other warband is a Black Numenorian captain
And that's why they're not.
and some Morgul Knights. Well, it's all,
Are
it's
they
all.
Orc Spearmen or are they Salt Thralls you got with
They
you?
are not Salt Thralls.
Salt Thralls are the winners.
However, if they roll like my Urukai Scouts in the background,
Oh, brilliant.
So between
Just take those black dice. You'll be
Yeah, take those
absolutely
black dice.
That's how you
fine.
deal with Jamie's army. If Jamie's bringing the Legolas, you send in an Uruk Scout.
yeah.
And you
Well-
chop him up.
The Legolas thing, I don't think Legolas will be as good at this tournament because 2 out of the 4 scenarios don't involve a leader kill. Seize the prize, no leader kill. Lords of Battle, no leader kill.
He can pick off wargs, though, can't
Warga Nation. No leader kill?
Can't let you just auto hit or
Yeah,
what?
that's a leader.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, like you can still do okay. He's still really good, but I'm just
That's what
trying
you
to
do.
think of ways I'm going to beat Jamie's Legolas,
Hope he
Moses,
stayed up till 5 a.m. I don't know.
maybe Alfred. Let's hope not.
This
Alright.
will obviously go out after the tournament.
Did he
The
bring
rumour
Alfred?
is Legolas and Alfred.
Legolas. Yeah. Who started that rumour? Might be me. And I'm bringing the all-mounted
Rohan!
That's right, it's coming. Minus the Alfred that was being banned.
But you've dropped all your
Yeah.
Sons of Ale. They were, you thought they weren't very good.
Sons of Al.
Please,
No.
please. And I've seen your big box that you bought when you were down in Mansfield. You bought a load of Sons of Ale.
Two.
Yeah, that's
So,
a
a
load.
token too.
Tom
It's
had a
all
really
relative,
nice box.
considering there's only like 6 left in stock.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to go up production and sell them to you for like 50 quid.
1 million.
$1 million.
It's like your Gildor thing. I'll only sell it for you must give me £1,000.
that does sound like it. That does, that's it.
No, what sounds more like me is, please send me some models for
Yeah.
free. That sounds more like it. Every single video. If you're
The thing
watching
is,
this video,
it seems to be working.
please
It
send
gave you a Saruman, didn't it?
you give me a Saruman. I've
Ed
got a
Ball.
Ed Ball, give me a Radagast brown on
You just
slate.
have to, I mean,
I'm getting
please
decent.
send me some models for free. Is that it? Is that what you do?
But they send them to me, see.
No, but if I ask, then please send me
What
some
they'll do
models
is they'll
for
still
free.
send them to me.
I'm not sending you.
There's a rare model of no.
Yeah,
that's
have to.
okay.
You can give them to me personally. So yeah, bringing the all-mounted Rohan, going back to Knight of the Pelennor instead of Ale and Eowyn combination, which I thought the Ale and Eowyn combination would work better for the extra might. but
Your Eowyn was really, really nicely painted as well.
beautifully painted,
Lovely model.
very kindly donated by a master painter over here. Master painter. You won best painter, didn't you? Best painted art on.
Yeah.
I did,
Oh,
yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Where was that?
You've had that a couple of times now, haven't you?
Yeah, I got one at Preston, but I didn't
That
think that
was-
was quite fair because there were
That
only
was
some.
different. Yeah.
There were a few pre-nominated.
Yours was nominated in that, wasn't it?
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Okay, and what Mark's armour as well.
Boylan.
They're nice. They're very nice.
That was Arnold, wasn't it?
Well, I've gone back to Knight of the Pelennor
Yeah.
because I was struggling not having a three might, 3 fate and 3 wound heroes. That's the key thing. The 3 fate and 3 wound. The
Plus,
survivability.
you've decided that theme is for winners.
Theme is for winners.
Yeah, if you follow the One Ring, there's a thread where James talks about bringing along Alfred, and kind of people said yeah, people said no, and he didn't do it. And I think well done there.
But we can still whap it out of the case tomorrow when
I've
he
got
turns
it.
up and
Yeah.
sees what he's
I've
up
typed his
against.
arm in this
The
thread.
thing is, all you hypocrites out there, hang on, out there, all those hypocrites in this screen right now. Gee, you don't really.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about bringing it.
Shh.
He's not thinking about bringing it for any upcoming events. He has not asked to borrow mine.
These are the armies that we are taking. What do we think we're like? What we're pretty sure we're likely to come up against. So who's coming tomorrow?
I'm going to come up against hallucinations. I feel very strongly about that.
Yeah,
Sam Page Hunter Oaks?
Sam Page Hunter Orcs.
I know
Uh,
he can't.
if
He can't
he's
play.
He's
playing.
not playing.
He's not playing
I
because
don't
he's
think he's
TOing it.
Wasn't he only playing if there were an odd number of people or something?
No, maybe Joe's not.
Yeah,
Joe's-
I would,
Joe's
I
not
would,
playing. Joe's giving me his place.
I would obviously say Feldbeach, but the last 2 have been Hobbits.
He might take.
I think this might be the year of the Hobbit.
500 points again. He bought Hobbits
Yeah,
last
they
time.
can't win season prize with Hobbits. They're slow.
Yeah.
He's got he's got the archery to.
Callum's a Mordor player.
Yeah, Callum.
Shelob. Oh,
No, he's
Shelob.
not. He's changed it for a Candish Chariot. King on Chariot. Which is
What's
Really
wrong
in.
with
really. He can do monster rules.
Monstrous
Ridiculous. Monster, yeah.
Who else we got?
Literally.
Chris and Damien are going.
Damien brought the Fellowship last time. That was really cool. So he's
Yeah,
gonna
really
still-
nicely
I
painted.
don't know what I'll bring this time. Maybe another Rohan. He likes
He
Rohan.
likes right, he's got a Mario arm as well.
Oh yeah, he's got the Mario.
Jamie.
Jamie, Woses and Wood Elves and
I think he'll bring what he brought and
horrible stuff.
try and drop a couple of L's for Alfred.
Ah,
That's what I think he's doing.
that'd be disgusting.
That's
More axes on the L's as well.
I think it's Jamie's tournament to lose. Considering how well he did with the same army without Alfred a couple of weeks ago.
Well, to be fair though, I was saying this in my review of the tournament that if he hadn't played me in the last 2 games, it would have been a lot harder for him.
Yeah.
And he probably would have had to
Yeah, 'cause
play
you're
Ed.
awful.
Well-
if he'd have played a good player,
No, but if he'd have
But yeah, he had a very
if
easy
he'd-
last two games of the tournament.
If he'd had to play Reconnoiter and Thingy against Ed,
Yeah. Well, he did lose to Ed early on, but he would have
so
had
really
to
it's
play...
my fault.
He could have
really.
had to play Ed or Owen in the final game, and that would have been a much harder
'Cause
game.
if Ed
for
had
him.
beaten me,
Mhm.
Ed would probably have had to play him in the last game.
I think they played in the second.
Ed would have probably had to play him in the last game.
Yeah, he would.
Wow. That's where we're up to.
But
So,
it's
yeah.
a good venue as well.
Yeah.
We've done on armies. Like
Oh,
it'll be a really
yeah.
good day if we can get there safely. We can wake up.
Yeah.
It's in a pub, which is nice.
That should be good.
Am I driving? I'm driving, I presume. I'm driving. It'll be nice.
You're the one with the car with spaces.
I have the car. I have the Wonder Wagon. It's a good venue. It was good fun last year.
Yeah.
It'll be good, I think. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. I'm really excited to try Warganation.
Yeah, we've got these 4 scenarios. So we've got Warganation, and the goal of Warganation is basically to kill wargs, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the goal.
Yes.
You also get points for breaking.
Yeah, and lead kill. So
Is Ludican on there?
Apparently.
I don't know.
Ooh.
yeah, look, yes. Well, we played it.
I have it.
yesterday. It
Oh,
is.
it's
It is.
coming up. So this is a scenario that you guys can go and check out if you go onto the GBHL Facebook group, the events pack.
Yeah.
Or be on there, so you can actually check out the scenario and go and play it for yourself. So it's like getting a free scenario
One
that you and your mates
VP
can
per
play.
wild kid, killed 3 for killing the pack leader, 3 for breaking the enemy, and 3 for killing the enemy leader. You get one, the usual
Yeah,
breaking the
the
leader.
usual stuff there.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so you can get
But
that.
it's interesting having 3 for killing the pack leader because wounding him doesn't give you anything. So it's
It does.
the person
They
who's
said you could get 1.
No.
They said you could get a 3-1. They said if you did, if both sides could do a wound on it,
yeah, you
And
get
then-
nothing.
and the
The
side that
3
kills it,
Yeah, gets the 3.
yeah, but the other, if you do a wound on it, it gets
No, you
1.
get nothing.
That's what Sam said on Facebook a few weeks ago.
I asked him last
Controversial.
night.
We will find
And he
out
said no.
tomorrow.
Oh.
We will find out tomorrow. So Warganation is going to be a really.
Tomorrow.
It's today, later on today.
Today. In a few hours.
We'll find out in a couple of hours.
In
But it should
5
be really,
hours.
really good fun. And you played it before.
Yeah, it was great fun.
Really good fun. And a few things came up though. You said there were a few.
Yeah, I mean it's tricky because you're introducing a third army, and then some of the mechanics get a little more complicated. And also when the wargs spawn, they're meant to charge the nearest model, but with it coming into a crowded area, it's very difficult to actually fit them in the first place because they're just spawning out of nowhere.
Do you think there's a clear solution to that?
What else?
Do you think there's a clear solution to that?
Just be logical and put it where it can fit.
Perhaps make.
I mean, in
the
terms of
actual-
like the writing of the scenario.
Oh, in the right side. You could do it. Have it doing a Watcher of the Water thing where it bursts out and moves stuff away if it needs to.
We could make the area of the warg pit the size of like one base.
Oh, you could have.
I
Yeah,
suppose
you could
that
have
would
the.
work though if you
you
have
could
multiple wargs swap up in the same instance.
Yeah, maybe you could say that if there's no room for the warg to get out of its little cave, you have to re-roll the where it spawns because it's randomised where it comes out. So that does play a big part if if the wargs turn.
What kind of army do we think is going to be quite good at Warganation?
Well,
shooting?
one with wild
Elves.
killers.
Elves and strength 4. Well, strength 4 will be really
There
good.
were
Crossbows.
two that
Mine,
actually
crossbows.
You need
Strength 4 shooting.
Yeah, strength 4 shooting, so crossbows. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you shoot into combat the entire game. So yeah, strength 4.
You
And-
can shoot into combat.
And you want defense 5, so that
no matter what, you can
I've
shoot
got
into
that.
combat.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
as far as we're aware, you can even shoot into combat if
If you're good.
yeah,
if you're good.
good can.
But
because
if you're
they're
good,
quite too
you-
evil. It's too evil what they're shooting at.
No, but if there's a good model, if you're
Oh,
good
no.
versus good.
No, you can't. You can't shoot your own models.
Another
No,
option
but
is
no, not your own models, but if it's good versus good, you can't shoot into the combat.
Oh!
No, that's an
No,
enemy, that's an
no,
enemy model.
no, that's an
that
enemy
counts as an enemy. That's
Yeah.
where good and evil mean enemy.
Because then you wouldn't be able to shoot anyone
So you
in
can
any
shoot
battle.
Yeah, because then like 2 evil armies would never be able to shoot into combat.
The two. If you were doing that, then good would just never do anything. Again, Gondor played elves, and no one can do anything. They're not allowed to charge each other.
You can't shoot into combats anyway. If you're.
Yeah, but it's too.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. They're all enemies. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I understand now. It's very, very late. What time is it? It's 4:34. Unbelievable.
And
So
this board is covered in scenery that I need to bring tomorrow. The kitchen's a state. I'll tie that up. Got to print my army list.
And
on
mine.
my list.
She really bombed.
At the barrels up.
Um,
You could just take the 300s,
Stairway.
it'll make
I
your life
really
easier.
think we should just play through. I'll play with 3 screens instead now, get some breakfast. I don't see any downsides to that.
Apart from the fact that you probably need a bit of sleep.
I don't see why I need sleep.
Should be drinking.
I will be getting
That's a
this.
very good point.
Yeah. It's like we've
No, give me wrong.
I would like to point out that we are absolutely fine, but we are. It's been that long.
It's tired. It's tiredness. It's
Yeah.
tiredness.
It must work out like 1 per hour and a half.
Well, after those bloody movements at the end of the Amon Hen game.
I want to know about your movements.
So the second game that we're going to be playing is going to be
Whole ground, isn't it? The whole ground of domination are the 2 in the middle.
it's Hold Ground.
It's
and then
Hold
Lords
I
of
don't know,
Battle.
check
Lords of
this
Battle.
and the best event ever.
I think it's Lords of Battle and then it's Hold Ground.
Okay. And oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Lords of
I think it's
Battle.
whole ground is second, then whole
Oh.
ground.
So Lords of Battle, I'm quite happy about that. I like Lords of Battle.
No, I
Lords
just
of Battle's
read
good.
that. That's right, it's whole ground second. I can't read. Whole ground is second.
Oh, Hold Ground is second. Okay, so Ed
Which
brings his
still
Hobbits,
works
that's
in
going to
your
be good.
favour because it means Lords of Battle is later, and as we saw in your last tournament review, apparently it's the later
Lords of
games
Battle
that
and Seize the
take
Prize are good for me.
Yeah.
They're good for me.
Mm.
I know that you've got to dismount, but then you just pass it.
It's a pity you'll have lost the first 2 running up to them.
Yeah, because I've got no idea what to do with Warg Nation.
I don't play.
I've got absolutely no idea.
Wargs appear. If I see a warg, I'll kill it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what you do.
But it seems like it's quite important to take the centre again, which is
Yeah, but it's quite funny. You end up ignoring the enemy for a bit, and they're like, "I'll just kill these wargs that keep appearing at my home."
Are they infinite
Bases.
one? Are they infinite
Yeah, every
spawnings?
turn. But it's
Every
random where
turn.
they come every turn.
So they might.
So there's kind of infinite VPs available.
Yeah.
And the game ends when you break
25%.
25%. So
It's not even a.
you
random
could just kill wargs again and again and again for tons of the game. You
Yeah.
get to like 200, 100.
one. Yeah, but if you think about it, if you just sit at the back and they're like, "Yeah, I'm just going to kill wargs," then you could be really unlucky and all the wargs appear on the other side of the board. Then you're royally messed up.
Yeah,
I need to bring wargs. I've got a tray of wargs I'm going to be bringing.
you do need to bring some
Remember,
wargs.
remind me of that.
Okay.
Wargs and scenery.
The Whole Ground, Lords of Battle. I'm guessing they've both been inserted there because an army that would supposedly do well at Hold Ground might struggle at Lords of Battle and vice versa. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the kind of-
sensible.
That's the kind
Balancing.
of that's the
I
kind
also
of
think
balance.
they're good scenarios. They would be my 2 out of my 3 favourite from the 6. So I'm pretty pleased.
Yeah, I pick one of those. No. Do you know what? I'd be really chuffed if I win Whole Ground tomorrow.
No,
You're
that-
saying that's the one that you want
Yeah,
to...
because it's the
try
one
and
that I think I've been beaten in the most across every single
Yeah.
gaming experience. So if I win that, I'd be really chuffed. And then we've got Seize the Prize, which is a new Desolation of Smell.
Yeah. You run to the middle, you dig something up, you seize
You
it,
run
I think
away.
it's a prize, and then you leg it.
You get one
Yeah,
of 4 plus.
it's a bit disappointing that they didn't put in the leader and breaking because it just makes it a very one-dimensional game of run to the middle, pick it up.
Is it just about the
That's
prize?
it.
You have to
That's
roll to
literally
dig
it.
it though, don't you?
Yeah, but it just
4
makes it a silly game because then you literally don't care about dying. So when I played one practice game,
So the
against
only
Alan-
VPs are who gets it off the board?
Yeah.
Or
or
who's holding it?
who's holding it. So it's 5. Yeah, you can't draw. It's 5 if you get it off the board, 3 if you're holding it at the end, and 1 if you're the closest to it at the end but aren't holding it.
So you would say it was quite important in this game to seize the
Yeah.
prize.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I played it with Callum, I just got there first, picked it up, and then like threw the rest of all my army away to die.
Because
whilst
at
the
that
rest walked
stage,
off.
you had seized the prize.
Yeah.
So you've got to get there first. Heroic marches would
Yeah.
be good.
Get there first.
Everyone will
have
be
an
heroic
asset.
marches.
Yeah.
This one.
There's just
It would
no.
be good. I mean, you jump on it with your Sons of Earl, you get in front of it, you
Yeah.
dismount some bod,
behind.
dig it up, and then leg it.
Give it to hero.
And it doesn't matter if you die. That's the thing.
It was a
Just-
hero. But then you dismounted your hero.
No, because you can pass it out. Can't you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So you can pass it to Fell Beast.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Not
See,
bad.
I was going to say, because surely a Felbeast or Ringwraith on Felbeast would be a good counter, because whoever seizes the prize, you immediately target with all the magic, grab it off of them. Well,
Yeah, but you'd have to dismount to.
So you dismount with Ringwraith 1, hand it to Ringwraith 2.
Then you're losing.
It doesn't matter if you die. Literally, as long as you give it to one who can then
Yeah, you can get off.
fly.
Oh, do we think he's going to bring his Felbeast?
Yeah. I do. Because but winning hold ground, he could still win hold
I
ground.
love it. I love the fact that
You
we're
also,
up
I
at
think
20 to 5 in the morning talking toy soldiers.
what's
It's
also important
awesome.
about tomorrow, because that's the last scenario, is that the winner, barring a large number of draws, has to win all their games because there's only 4 games, which means the winner of the tournament, you can't drop one. You can't. There's a kind of idea that Tom kind of started banding around that at a tournament you should drop your first game because that way you can then climb up the rankings.
Yeah,
and it's done well for him.
Either the first game or the first game of the second day.
Yeah.
Those two.
But yeah, you've got. I think tomorrow the final will be between 2 people who've won 3 games.
It's quite a tough field as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the top
Oh, wow.
3 of 2013 are all there. And who's 4? Is that Sam Jeffries who's above me?
No, yeah, it must be.
I don't know who's 4. I think it might be
Yeah, it
Sam
must be
Jeffries.
Sam Jeff.
Where's Owen?
I'm 5th.
Owen's about 8th.
Yeah, he's
Sam,
further
is it?
down. Yeah.
Interesting.
So the top 3 there is very tough.
This is my chance to leapfrog Charles in the league because he's not attending, just purely on attendance. I think I've got to come higher than 8th.
No, because it doesn't give you the 3 tournament scores. It'll be your best 2 now.
My best
Yeah, but he'll have 3, won't he?
Yeah, but
Charles
out of
has
3,
three.
I know. But the way that the
No,
points
you-
work, after 3 tournaments, only 2 will count.
Oh, I should.
They'll count later.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they'll
But,
count later. But at
In
the
terms
moment-
of how the league will look after this tournament,
Yeah.
it'll be based on 2 tournaments only.
This is my chance to get a good lead on Sam Page, the organiser.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
if
like
you only played 4
ring.
tournaments, then surely the first 4 that you play.
Yeah, but not. They will count later, but Mick does it on a kind of rolling thing. So it's your best results as you go on. I think that's what he was doing last year.
Yeah, it was.
So, like, say you go to 4 tournaments, by the end of the year, you'll get those 4 things.
Mhm.
But if you went to 4 tournaments out of, I don't know, I can't even talk. He's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk
You
about
say that a lot,
complicated
don't you?
maths. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
I say other stuff.
Yeah.
Was it one of the new additions this year that only your best results at a given or your best 2 results at a given venue would count? If
Yeah,
you,
I'm not sure if you put that in. I thought that was a good idea. It was to make sure that one venue didn't put on like 83 tournaments.
Then just make sure that you win them.
Yeah. It
Which
was
is the
like,
danger.
I thought that was quite a good thing. But I don't think it's much of an issue because I don't think many places don't run more than 2.
No.
Although Dreamlike look like they might, I suppose, yes, because they've got on 2 quite quickly. But yeah, I think that's a very good thing.
But there's only so many that are going to count towards the league, I think.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We've got a tough field there tomorrow, a tough group of scenarios.
I haven't got a chance. I haven't got a chance.
not with this amount of sleep.
Yeah, exactly. No sleep.
I've
Haven't
got to win
used
the
the
tournament
army
someday.
in 4 months.
He'll be
Do you know
alright.
what? I've
He's not
worked
failed a
out
courage test
what
at
that's
all.
all.
Yeah.
You've not, Ian? You've not.
All day we've been playing. Hours and hours, and I've not failed a courage test.
On courage 2 and 3
Wow.
models.
Courage 2 and 3 models.
Yeah.
This is why you don't need Fury. Just roll well.
I'm not sure that's sound advice.
Just roll
You
well.
didn't take a War Priest, did you, with your Easterlings?
No.
Just don't. You don't need fury. You just need to be
Four.
naturally charismatic, like Tom.
Do you wish you had done?
Bees back.
Only would have helped against Jamie because I was dying a lot. I think. And it loses you 2 might versus a captain. So it is, those 2 moves can do a lot in the game.
Although that said, in that particular army, you've already kind of got a might regaining mechanic because you've got Amdur, the Lord of Blades. So if he kills an enemy
Yeah, he
hero,
was good with that. Lords of Battle, he
Amdur,
gets 2
Lords
back.
of Battle.
He is a
Monster.
monster at Lords of Battle. Especially against old hero
What's his rule? What does he do?
He bends you over.
Isn't it he gets a point? He gets another point of might back.
he gets a point
He
of
gets
might
might
for every
back if
hero
he
he
kills
slays
the
in
hero.
combat.
Because he-
And then
So-
doing Lords of Battle, he
Yeah,
gets one
contest
first.
So it means
Champions.
that he can heroic move, charging, then heroic strike, win, get 2 might back, do it again, heroic move, heroic strike.
Against an
Every
hero,
go.
he just picks one every turn. He brings his little friends along. Keep going over you. They swamp you. That's what he did against my old hero Dwarf army. Where
Yeah.
he just went into like, right, this turn I'll kill Thorin, and then 1 on all the others because I'm out of might by this point. So then he kills him, uses all his might, 2 might back. Next turn I'll kill Dwalin, gets on him, heroic strikes, he's higher than him.
I got
kills him, gets
he had
2 might
Alfred and Bomber, and I
Yeah,
got more
might
might back during the game than he did.
For anyone who knows about our cards, he out-carded me on that game.
Uncounted.
Keep it family friendly, even at 5 a.m.
So yeah, we've been talking for 30 minutes about what we think might happen and go down tomorrow at East Grinstead.
That's assuming we get there. I think what will happen is we'll get in the car, I'll plough into the central reservation very soon, and we'll all have a nice little crash.
I hope not.
This will be kind of dark. Can we upload this before we go? Because that way, like, it'll be our message from the grave.
Yeah, one thing is...
I better
get my
start saying some
last
more
words
pointed
out.
things. Jane, I love you.
I'm thinking that let's not let Joe watch this at home.
I mean, you're going to cut this out and delete it, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, no, I'm not editing it.
Don't leave it in. I don't think you should put this up.
It's going up. But this is a live stream.
How do you edit this bit out?
I don't know how you get him to edit it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how you get into
Yeah,
I'll
it.
start swearing. like-
Yeah.
I'm
So
going
yeah, that's been our
to
tournament review.
record as saying that should be edited out.
Yeah.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Bedtime.